Hey, what's going on, family? Today we're going to talk about this article written from Investor Place. It looked like Market Insider pulled it and placed it on their website. No way, Jose. NIO stock has trouble written all over it. Now, it doesn't require us to come in and read this article. All you have to do is look at the chart and say that there's problems going on with NIO. Look at this. There's nothing new. This market completely did a reversal from when back in 2020 it was trading around $5, ran all the way up to 60 and came all the way back down. Now, let's go through this article real quick, and then as we always do on this particular channel, we are going to give you an update as to where we're looking for NIO stock to go now. By now, you may have heard about the slowdown in electric vehicle demand. Amid this challenging backdrop, it's not wise to make hasty trades in the EV segment. China-based automobile manufacturer NIO appears to be having problems. Thank you for telling me that. I can visually see that the price action in NIO stock glaringly tells me that there's problems. NIO stock only deserves a D grade right now. So whoever the individual is who wrote this article is trying to give NIO a D. They're barely passing the class. A D. Now, I wonder how long it took for this article writer, the one who wrote this article, to give NIO a D. Like, did they give NIO a D when the price was around $50 per share? Or are they only issuing out a D because the price is down there around $5, $5.50? Like, let's keep it real. What's the point of placing a D on NIO stock when the stock is already trading at D level? We're not currently slapping NIO shares with an F rating as the company is set to release its first quarter 2024 financial results this month. It's possible that the EV maker might pull off a miraculous positive earnings surprise, but don't get your hopes up too high though, and don't make any investments that you'll end up regretting down the road. It's easy to be led astray if you're not presented with all the relevant facts, and that's what everyone does, depending on which side that you're representing. If you're a NIO bull, or if all the content that you create is all about NIO, then apparently you're not going to say things that's going to be negative. A lot of the things that you're going to pull about the news about NIO is going to be positive. It's going to have a little twist of happiness to it. But then if you are a proponent of NIO saying that it's going to crash, or you have a lot of negative publicity about the business, you're not going to create content that's going to be favorable for the business. So you got to be unbiased in your viewership of where you're getting your content. Just have an open mind and think about what's logical, what makes more sense. Is it the person who continually makes NIO content saying that it's going to reach $100 day in and day out, but then when you look at the chart for the stock, it's going the opposite direction? Now, logically speaking, who's telling the truth? Is it the market, or is it the person who continually draws out content about NIO being the best stock in the world? See, for instance, NIO delivered 30,053 vehicles during the last quarter, barely surpassing the company's target of 30,000 vehicles. That's a beat. They did pass the estimate by 53 cars. But this result is less than NIO's 31,041 vehicles it delivered from the year earlier. It's not really an impressive beat, as NIO has revised its daily target to 30,000 from the company's prior prediction of 31 to 33 vehicle deliveries. See that? This is how the game is, I can't say rigged, but it's how you're able to change the rules. You're able to change whatever you want to fit the current circumstance or the situation. The reason how you can say that NIO beat with 53 vehicles is because they changed their target to 30,000. See, originally it was 31,000 to 33,000. So they only beat their deliveries because of them changing or moving the goalpost. They didn't beat it if they would have kept their original delivery target. So somebody within NIO was like, we're not going to make that 33,000 delivery though. Okay, cool. Let's just change it and let's do it a little bit less on what we think we'll be able to deliver. And it's like, okay, cool. I think we'll be able to deliver 30,000 vehicles. And they're like, cool, move it. And then it comes out that they barely even passed that by 53 vehicles. There's an alarming trajectory in NIO's quarterly EV delivery figures. The automaker delivered 55,432 vehicles in the third quarter 2023, followed by 50,045 vehicles in 2023's fourth quarter. Is a discouraging trend. Therefore, when we observe that NIO only delivered 30,053 vehicles in Q1 of 2024, it doesn't look that good. And then NIO has financial problems, burning through cash. So yeah, I'm not going to go through this whole article, but will NIO deliver a huge positive surprise with its upcoming quarterly financial results? That's a question. Anything's possible. So short selling NIO shares will only invite trouble. This short selling should have already occurred when the price in NIO was around $30. It was around $40. That's when the short selling should have started. Those short sellers should be buying back the stock now to recoup their profits from when they originally short sold the stock back when it was around $30, $40, $50. It's at $5 now. That is a massive windfall for the people who short sold NIO stock. Buying NIO shares will also court problems. The automaker's delivery figures and financial facts aren't particularly encouraging. Hence, we'll keep an eye on NIO stock, but for now, we're only giving it a D. Then you come and look at the stock. So, breaking down what we said last time. We were already looking for the market in NIO to trend to the downside in price back in February. I mean, where was Investor Place back in February? And it came and hit our target. Let me bring this bigger. Right here on April the 16th. And that is the same place that the price in NIO changed direction. Isn't that crazy? Like, it's not rocket science. People try to get you to buy some algorithm. They want you to do 1,500 technical indicators on your chart. They want you to pay for a course. They want them to mentor you. Like, keep it a buck. It don't require all of that. This price prediction that we talked about in February caught the bottom precisely on our buy zone. And now the market in NIO wants to go up. Isn't that crazy? So that was what? 34.21% there. So we could get rid of it. So now, what do we know? Just looking off the chart, what do we know now? Is that what we talked about in terms of a buy zone, we already know for sure that buyers stepped in right here off of our buy zone. So that's the fact. So given that that is a fact, as long as that maintains a fact, NIO stock is going to either consolidate within this range. Wait, hold up. It's going to either consolidate in this range, right? Or NIO is going to continue to go higher as of right now. That's what we're looking forward to. Now, the first hurdle that we can see in NIO is our sell zone up here. So even if the market wants to go up in NIO, we have to contend with this area up here now for sellers. the volume from yesterday was massive in NIO. Look at that. We pay attention. We're investigators. Why did so much volume come into the market in NIO yesterday? Were short sellers covering? The ones who bought the stock all the way up there around $10, $8, are they now covering those positions, closing them out? Because if you are selling the stock, in order for you to close out your whole transaction, you have to become a buyer. Let's look at the chart on a different time frame. We're going to look at NIO on the monthly chart. Let me zoom in, and you can see from the month of April that NIO went down and then it closed at the high of the bar. That is why the market currently is going up now. Here it is on the 5 weeks. This is the last 5 weekly bar. Currently, we're doing a small reverse. We went down and now we're coming right back up. Here it is on the 3. I like the 3 weekly price bar, but that doesn't mean to go all in, because we finally see one 3 weekly price bar out of the last 5 that we finally see price closing higher than the prior close. This is a nice beginning stage of us noticing a change in the trend, but doesn't mean that we're done. It's just a nice signal for us to see. Here it is on the 2 weeks. I like the 2 weeks too. Very widespread bar currently being filled, but we got to get the market opportunity to print. It's not done printing. We still have a day and 9 hours left. Here it is on the weekly chart too. Okay. Here it is on the 5. Here it is on the 3. Very good on the 3. And look at NIO on the 2. Pretty decent on the 2. And here it is on the daily. Okay, so very big move yesterday in the market in NIO. Now, how bullish am I? I'm not that bullish though. Not yet. Not yet. Let me look at this 330. Because I'm looking at this as a sell zone right there. So yeah, can we see price go up in NIO? Yes. But I'm still concerned with these sell zones. So let me see if it's worth us putting on a prediction. There's 12% there from the close of yesterday. And for it to go to $6, it's around 21.5% on the low. So we'll do that. We'll look at one of these 2 sell zones up here as targets in NIO. They're due to release their earnings on the 29th of May too, so we'll see where price will be up to the earnings. But like I said, this is what I'm seeing right now. Give me your thoughts though. Make sure you maintain your profitability, and as always, trade different.